Hi, I'm Kristen Fitch with Ziggity Zoom, and today we're talking about Junior Achievements, Be a Technology Entrepreneur. Today we're talking about Lesson 1, Intro to Entrepreneurship, with Martin Joseph of 360 IT Partners.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you.
We'd love to hear a little bit more about you and your business.
Okay, super. So our company's 18 years old. It's 360 IT Partners. We are Hampton Roads Small Business of the Year, voted by the Chamber of Commerce for this year, so we're really thrilled about it. I've been an entrepreneur now for going on 25 years in the IT business, and it's been a real exciting ride.
That's great. So today we want to talk to students about entrepreneurship. This is probably many of their first times talking about it, thinking about it. So we're looking at having a business product or service. And what can you share with them about your experience as an entrepreneur and maybe some of the things they're getting ready to experience?
Well, it's a bit of a bumpy ride. It's not for the faint at heart. I would say that you certainly should have a lot of passion about what you're about ready to embark on. And then more importantly, you got to be prepared to execute.
Right.
Execution is going to be the key because you're going to be somewhat of an island when you start out on your own, and there's not going to be anyone there really trying to hold your hand and kind of show you the way unless you have a really good mentor, or you have a lot of capital that you can just blow and learn along the way and make a lot of expensive mistakes. And that's not the best way to go.
Right.
I bootstrapped my company from the ground up, so it was a bit of a challenge, and I have been humbled all the way along the way. But when you start out as an entrepreneur in your early beginnings, you have got to be extremely conservative. You can't live this high, lavish lifestyle that people think being a business owner or CEO is all about. It takes a long time to really build a solid business that is making solid profits to the point where you feel as if your lifestyle can change significantly.
Right. And what would you recommend to students that say, okay, I'm in this class, I want to build a business, I have an idea. So what do they do with that first idea? What are some early steps?
I think the early step would really be maybe putting it on paper to start a business plan.
Right.
Maybe go and talk to some other respected people that you know in the community about your plan. What they think about it. Maybe give you some good feedback. I remember even a business like FedEx. Where the actual guy that invented FedEx wrote the business plan for a college paper, and his professor told him it would never work.
Right.
And everyone in the world has heard of FedEx.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't take everything as negative.
Right.
Some things may need to be just tweaked a little bit, but more importantly, I would say find your passion and find something that you love to do, because everything else will follow.
And anything you'd add to what it means to be an entrepreneur, or what it doesn't mean to be an entrepreneur?
There's some real benefits in being an entrepreneur in that you can be flexible with your schedule, but you still have to remember you have to answer your customers. So you're not always the big boss.
Right.
The customers are the ones that you've got to make sure that you keep happy. Plus, you got to keep your employees happy. I like to be what I call a servant leader. I like to make sure that I'm taking care of my people as well as my customers, my vendors, and so I think that it's important to find that good balance.
Right. And as far as being an entrepreneur, is there anything you'd say that makes maybe one of these students become a good entrepreneur? Anything they need, a certain skill set, experience, anything in that?
Yeah, I think for myself, I had the advantage of actually working for a small computer company before I got and started my own.
Right.
I also had the advantage of going to business school.
Okay.
And those were two critical portions that kind of helped me leapfrog.
Right.
And kind of being my own boss.
Right.
And so those were two critical things for me. I would highly encourage anyone who was considering going into business for themselves, get a real world experience and spend a little bit of time understanding the industry.
Right.
I think that is a huge benefit.
Okay, great. So what about a high-tech career? What do you think about that? Anything that you'd like to tell students about for your own experience, or just anything why they might consider it themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the internet and high technology has created more millionaires since the beginning of time. So I think if you have a fantastic idea, something that's innovative and creative, or you may have figured out how to do something much better than the other person,
right.
I think high tech is a great opportunity for many people to consider getting involved with. I think we have more younger millionaires theirs than ever,
Right.
because of technology and apps that they built or, innovations they created. So I certainly would recommend they consider high technology.
And where would you say, let's say they're finishing school now, they're in this class, what might be their next step? Because they may not have the idea that they go and build and become a millionaire yet.
Right.
So what would you say?
I think internships are great opportunities
Yeah.
to really go out in the community and really kind of immerse themselves in
Right.
the career that they may think that they want to be involved with.
Right.
I think it'll give them a great taste of what it is that their life could be.
Right.
And so I certainly would encourage that.
Yeah, it's a good point. Anything else you want to add to Introduction to Entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I guess I'll see you at Shark Tank.
Great. How were we?
That was clean.
Great. That was great.
Good.
Really solid.
Strong.
Good.